Hi, in this video, we are going to discuss about the competency framework which an agile coach must be familiar with. As part of the team transformation, as well as the team level, or as business unit or organizational level, transforming teams towards reaching to the business agility in any of the organization is something essentially important. In regard to that, whatever the transformation skill set which being an agile coach one must be having, as even we see like even people who are in scrum master senior roles can also transform themselves into agile coaching part, but of course need to have some technicalities, technical expertise. Nowadays it's becoming mandatory for an agile coach. To explain that, this is what generally an agile coach competency framework, which exactly it was, wherein it starts with the agile lean practitioner, followed by professional coaching, facilitating business mastery, all that. The first one is about agile lean practitioner, where we need to understand being an agile coach, whoever wants to transform their career towards agile coaching from the scrum master roles or from any other profiles. We need to have a strong knowledge over the agile practices followed by the values of agile. At the same time, adopting the mindset of agile by understanding the challenges which we could face in coming years is what something we have to be good with. So it's not only knowing about the agile practices and values and how this is to implement that, the clarity of thought and clarity of mind is required. So when we want to transform ourselves into an agile coaching perspective, as far as the transformation stage, one should be able in a position to understand how this is to be implemented, because depends on the organization, business goals, their vision, all that, followed by the kind of business agility what they will be expecting them to reach in coming days. What kind of agile practices and value systems has to be adopted and how it is to be applied. So the clarity of thought is required for an agile coach, because there were multiple teams we are managing, multiple departments we are transforming, where it has different organizational structures. Among those, one should have a knowledge over the practice system of agile followed by the values and how this is to be implemented. This point we have to be very clear with. The second point about, of course, professional coaching, which is something essentially required. When we talk about professional coaching, one should have a knowledge over the professional expertise of how to coach people, because it's not something training, I can say coaching to the people who are already existing in the organization, who are performing well in the client location, at the client side, in the client environment, wherein we need to understand their perceptions, the kind of expertise, as well as the potentiality what individual has, and we have to transform them to reach their business agility, wherein for that professional coaching is something essentially required. The third point is about facilitating part. So when we are trying to understand about the facilitation process, which majorly guides us through kind of process what we are implementing and the kind of decisions are we going to make and how to facilitate in reference to the implementation of the process in any of the organization, because people may be new to the environment where we have to initiate the facilitation process and we have to make them understand. That is essentially required. So the facilitation part is also essentially required for any agile coach persons. Next, business mastery. This is also required, because being an agile coach, aspirant agile coaches, we need to have a knowledge over the kind of value system as well as the value driven innovation towards product development from the customer perspective. We need to have that expertise in understanding the value systems, innovations, and product development. So, which this sort of business mastery is something, being an agile coach, we must be good with. The business mastery is something required for any people who wants to transform themselves into agile coaching part. Apart from the transformation mastery we talk about, wherein how to transform ourselves into the next level, wherein by understanding about the transformation process of organizational development, which caters the needs as well as the changes and all everything, is also something required. This is what comes under the expertise part, etc. Along with this, technical mastery is required. So it's not only about the business mastery. As I mentioned earlier, technical expertise and technical knowledge is also essentially required for an agile coach. Technical expertise, of course, imparting technical expertise is also a part of agile coach transformation, followed by the mentoring and teaching. So these are the agile coaching competency frameworks. A person who wants to transform themselves into agile coaching, one must be good and familiar with. If you have any queries, if you have any questions about this, and if you have any coaching needs in reference to the agile coaching part, all that, as you guys are working on agile environment, all that. So please reach to contact details, which will be posted in below to this video. Thank you.